He gave me the book of 5 rings. Then I started to understand more deeply. That was the moment when I realized like there is something more in a teaching of to be a warrior, to study the martial arts, study the true meaning of life.
Jiri Prochazka is a relic from a bygone era. A time when the martial arts were known for honor, discipline, and survival. We will look at how this modern-day warrior embodies all of these principles and why he truly is the last samurai. Prochazka has one of the most unique styles in any era of prize fighting.
Your hands down sometimes has a benefit. There's a real advantage to it because no one sees where those punches are coming from.
Not just punches.
Yes.
Movement, head movement.
Head movement was excellent.
Everything.
Your head movement was excellent.
And the feeling. This is your natural posture.
Right.
Yeah. So you spend most of the time in this. So when I achieved this attitude, that's why I don't need to keep my hands up, because this for me means, and for everybody, that means defending. Mm-hmm. I don't need to defend myself when I see everything, when I feel everything. I'm crazy.
Range.
I'm crazy enough to go through, to be in the moment, to stress my body so much in this situation, to see every movement, every start of the movement of my opponent, that I can react before he starts.
His style catapulted him through the ranks of the light heavyweight division, affording him the opportunity to cement himself as one of the elite in the warlord class by winning a UFC championship. His opponent would be a veteran warrior in his own right, a Brazilian combatant known as Glover Teixeira. The fight was a duel to the death, with both men refusing to give an inch. It looked like Juri was well overmatched in the technical areas, especially on the ground. Glover was a seasoned black belt with multiple submission wins, while this was only Prochazka's third fight in the UFC. He would die on the battlefield, though, before submitting to defeat. He weathered storms few men would survive through. From being rocked multiple times, to being stuck in precarious positions, and even coming close to being strangled, Juri would not go peacefully into the good night. He survived at every turn, but still had many chinks in the armor against the warrior Teixeira. But there are no guarantees in prize fighting, and even a white belt can cut down a black belt. He seized the opportunity of a good position, securing the top turtle against Glover. With zero technical regard, he didn't bother with further securing the back by throwing hooks in, and instead immediately latched on to the neck of the reigning champion. The quick snatch caught Teixeira by surprise and forced the tap in the last round, proving that sometimes will beats skill.
People who knows me, they know I like the samurai ideas, Bushido moral codex. If you want to be the champion, you have to wear like that. And this is my, like, how to say, the king's wearing. Now I'm the champion, so I have to wear like that. And I knew that I will be before the fight. I believe in that. I think I want to fight. I want to fight this year, but not in the next month. I have to repair a little bit my face, and yeah, let's go.
It was a monumental win in what was only Juri's third fight with the UFC promotion. Unfortunately, injury would plague the young samurai, and he was forced to relinquish the coveted gold. He would watch on the sidelines as his spoils of war would find their way into the stone-made hands of Alex Pereira. Poatan was easily the scariest fighter in the division, maybe even in the entire sport. But fear has no place in the Bushido Code. Juri would return in what was sure to be an anime-style clash between the samurai and the jungle warrior. Prochazka would find a bit of success against Alex, landing with the tip of his blades and even securing a takedown. It looked like we might have found a worthy adversary for Pereira. But Poatan was well schooled in the art of war himself. He calculated the blitz of Juri and timed a brutal strike to put his opponent down. The patented left hook worked as well as it always does, and for the first time in his UFC career, Prochazka had tasted defeat. He contested the stoppage as early, and the dishonor he felt almost led to him committing seppuku, but instead he went back to the Ryu dojo to develop more of his weaponry. He trained in complete isolation, a testament to his monk-like discipline. Using the lost methods of the ancient monasteries, he honed himself into an even deadlier weapon of war. One he would put on full display for his return bout against Alexander Rekic. Prochazka would go all in on his win-or-die style for this fight, vowing that win or lose, one of the combatants wouldn't be leaving the battlefield. At first it seemed like Juri himself would fulfill that prophecy. He took hard leg kicks and clean shots to the skull, somehow weathering the best attacks of Rekic. He continued to throw himself directly into the fire until it finally paid off. He caught Rekic, knowing he had limited time to dispatch his foe. He quickly brought his opponent down in the manner of the ancient art of Aikido. He capitalized on the grounded man and finished him off with a series of brutal strikes. The last samurai had returned. The sensational win stirred the hearts of the fans, and they demanded a rematch between Prochazka and Poatan. For his training leading up to this fight, Prochazka would push his limits to the brink of death, retreating once again to the seclusion of the mountain, hardening his body through the most brutal regimens. He even underwent 3 days of complete fasting and sensory deprivation.
It's about the searching your inner power in quiet places, and where you can take the power from your mind, from the concentration, and to show it in the cage. He's doing these rituals before the fight. Everybody can feel that, what's around him and what's going on. Right now, this is my challenge to him. If we can fight in a clear way in this case, yeah, to be not without like some another things, some let the higher power be there in the cage to see who's the best in the world, in the performance, in the pure performance. That's all.
One of the things that you said leading up to this that was very interesting, you said you wanted to make sure that he wasn't using any shamanic magic.
I just want to keep it in
in a clear line, without some bullshit, without anything, in a pure performance.
No magic.
No magic.
The bout would begin quickly, with Juri going to work with as many feints and misdirections. Pereira would treat all of it with the usual stoicism he gave to his opponents. Prochazka would come razor close with his blitzing in reverse punches, but unfortunately he made a fatal flaw in his preparation, failing to develop a defensive shield to protect himself from the power of Pereira. He relied on speed and reflexes again, to his undoing. The left hook hurt Juri again, but he was swiftly saved by the bell. Still visibly shook from the blow, Prochazka would refuse any outcome other than going out on his shield. He answered the bell to the second round, and Alex struck immediately with a devastating high kick, not giving the samurai any time to recover and get back into the fight. The follow-up shots were hardly super necessary, and Herb Dean intervened. Juri was absolutely devastated, but Alex still honored him in defeat with one final look of respect for a true warrior. He may have lost 2 duels to Alex Pereira, but he is coming off a win over Jamal Hill. He's been spectacular his entire career, and might even still be champion if not for the Brazilian. Time will tell where Juri will end up at the end of his journey. He takes on fellow light heavyweight and possible Illuminati member Khalil Rountree this Saturday on pay-per-view. One thing is for certain, his style will always be a testament to the true principles of warfare and martial arts. He will always be appreciated for the Bushido code of honor he represents. He is a modern-day Miyamoto Musashi, a masterless Ronin, the last samurai, Jiri Prochazka.